Today we're going to make a complete wooden dinner setting for 8 people, including cutting boards, placemats, salt and pepper holders, butter dishes, coasters, vases, the lot, guys. So come on a journey and we're going to make these right now. You can see the salt and pepper shakers, the vase holders, the placemats, the wine holders. Just prepping the jar now for the pattern. We're down to about 25 mil. Okay guys, I've cut the jar, which was 25 mil thick to begin with. I've cut that to 25 mil too, so it's a square now, 25 by 25. And I've planed one side down to 20 mil. So the jar has to be 20 mil thick. And we'll leave some of them at 25, that's for the big chopping boards. Just cutting the other half of the pattern now, the heaver. See how I turn it around? It's easier that way. And putting it through the thicknesser. Cramping it up, cramp up all the pattern material. The dry now will take me out of the cramp. It's a new day. Another glorious day in the shade. Okay. Just break apart now, I hope. Okay, where am I there? It just shows you how good this glue is. I got one little bit on it. I can't get the bloody things apart. Hey guys, I finally got them apart with a hammer and a chisel. You see how good that glue sticks? Damn, it's good glue. I've taken the patterns out of the cramps and I've cut them roughly to the size that I want. Just cutting the wings of the cutting board now. That's the beech, European beech. I've got the wings of the carving board all cut, so I put them in the cramps now, but they're 25 mil thick. Same as the coasters. They're 25 mil thick. I got the wings cut. So after they're glued up, I cut them down the guts, and they only end up to be about 8 mil wide each. Guys, this is what you call old school cramping. I've got some old sash cramps there. You can put on a lot of pressure with these. Again, they're a bit bulky, so that's why people use the Bessies and all the other ones. But these work well. These work really well. Now these are the sort of cramps we only had for years. We didn't have all the fancy equipment. We just made do with what we had. See how easy it is to glue up the pattern now? I only got one side to glue up each side, but they're already glued up. Okay. That's it, go them in a bit. Alright, just cutting the plate mats now with the 18 mil beech and cutting the wings of it. Time to take the cutting board out of the big cramps. See what we've got. These cramps are old, but they bloody work good. Yep. Come up quite well. I've taken the others out now, and we'll just plane them all up now, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, putting it through the thicknesser. Just scraping the top off. And cutting the coaster now. Cutting it down the guts, so I get coasters out of both halves of these. Careful Dan. See how I cut the coasters down on the bandsaw? I'll put them through the planer in a minute, and they'll be ready to cut the size. I'm going to put the juice groove in for the big cutting board. Okay, you're going to make sure you keep it hard up against the jig there. If you go off the jig, you ruin it. Cutting board's all finished. All just needs to be sanded and oiled. I put the juice groove in, as you see, and I've routed the edges. I put a 45-degree moulding on the edges. So that's all finished now. I've also finished the small breadboard. It's the same. That just needs to be sanded now. I put a 45-degree moulding on that one too. So these two are finished. So I'll put them aside. The next one I'm going to work on is the round one. Hey guys, the masking tape method to join two bits of timber together so you can router them. Just put a bit of masking tape on each side and then just super glue. Okay, just a few dabs of super glue to hold it. And then when you pull it apart, the masking tape will come off. That's what you want. Okay, then just line it up. Press on it for a minute or so. Take your time, man. And putting a small bevel on the top of it. We're working a placemat now. Tongue and groove joined in the breadboard end. So we'll do the tongue over on the dado head. And we'll put the groove in on the saw, and then we can clamp it all together. Okay, the dado head works well. Pass it twice. And doing the groove now. Going to make sure you just cut a little bit at a time, because you've got to keep turning it around to keep it centre. Taking the placemat out of the cramps, come out well, nice and flat. And I'll whack it with the sander a couple of times just to flatten the joint off, and then cut it to size, and then we'll do the V groove in where the joins are, just to highlight the joins. Through the sander it goes, and they're cutting it to size. And getting ready for the V groove with the trim router. Keep it hard up to the jig, otherwise you ruin it. Take all the boards and the coasters. We've made the placemat. I've just got to sand it all up now, and we'll polish that. And the bread and butter plate, we'll polish that too. Touch food, you got to oil it, you don't polish it. So we'll oil it with mineral oil. The bread and butter board will be oiled, and the big carving board will be oiled. Just putting the oil on now. Look at the colour of the jarrah. It pops, doesn't it? It really does pop in the sunlight. Look at the colour of the beach. Magnificent. So we're going to make all the little bits and pieces. The salt and pepper shaker holders, the butter dish, the wine glass holder, the vase holder. Wow, look at that. The table setting with placemats, coasters, vase holders, and wine glass holders, cutting boards, a complete dinner setting. Come on, great, didn't it? Gluing up some of the patterns, and we'll take it from there. Here I am just cutting down the heaver on the band resaw. I get two bits out of one piece. That band resaw works really well. And the guide there keeps it hard against the fence. And through the thickness of it they go. Got a helical head in the thicknesser, worked great. Got them glued up and out of the presses now. I've got the big block of pattern material that we're going to use for the salt and pepper shakers. So I'll just cut it out of there. We'll be using for the butter dish. And we'll just cut it out of there. I already had the other half of the coasters that we can make for the wine glass holder. So that's that one. And this is the pattern material and the end for the vase holder, which is just a normal box, basically. So we just make a normal box out of that for the vase holder. Again, get your vases first so you know exactly how big to make your boxes. Okay, over the butter now, cleaning up an edge. I've got a helical head in the butter too. And through the thicknesses they go again. Okay, just grooving for the bottom now, the vase holders. Could have given my shirt off. Must be another day. And cutting that long mitre. It's so much easier with the table saw. Yeah, flipping it over, ready to put the vase holder together, just like a normal box it is. Okay guys, we're getting there now. Okay, just folding the vase holder up. Piano accordion, as I say. So easy with the masking tape method. Okay guys, time to put on the box clamps. Get them organised. Okay, there it is. Guys, we've got the vase holder in your clamps, just waiting to dry, and then we'll put the splines in. That's fine. And the next one we'll work on is the big block of timber that we glued up for the salt and pepper holder. We'll do that next. And the other end's going to go for the butter dish, and we'll do that next too. So that's the next thing we're going to be working on. So we're getting there now. Cool. Alright, we'll do that next. Just cutting the angle on the salt and pepper holder. And just cutting the little angle on the side of each end. And drilling the holes. Putting 45 chamfer on around the inside there, just to relieve the sharp edge. The salt and pepper shaker holder, all finished, just needs to be sanded up and polished now. Drew the holes, done the 45 chamfer on the top. Yeah, so it's all done, all finished. So now we can work on the butter dish. That's the next one we're going to work on. Okay, just cutting the end of the butter dish now. And we're just cutting the skull shape out of the butter dish on the band resaw. The blade was a bit wide for doing this, but I got through it alright. Had to do it from each end. Guys, the butter dish is now in the clamps, and I've glued the wings on. And after it's all dry, I'll recut the angle on the side so it's nice and flush. And then I'll put a curve on the top. Cool, that's all done. Waiting to dry. The salt and pepper shakers holder's all done. So the only thing we've got to do now is is the wine glass holder.
Okay, cutting out the rough shape on the small bandsaw now. And sanding it up. That vertical sander works great, I love it. I use that a lot. Cutting the splines.
Getting there now, I put the splines in the vase holder. Just going to cut them now, and then we'll put a 45-degree chamfer on all the edges. Then we'll sand and polish that. The butter dish can come out of the clamps now. So all we're going to do is to recut the angles, a nice curve on the top. Then that will be ready for oiling. But anything that touches food, it's going to be oiled, not polished.
Okay, cutting the splines now. It's a Japanese pull saw. And using a small router to put the 45 on all the edges. And recutting the ends so they're nice and flush.
Hey guys, ready to sand and polish.
We're finished. Bloody big job, wasn't it? Anyway, it's all done now. A complete dinner setting for 8 people, all done. Work, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching it. And please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. See you guys.